Hello everyone, welcome back to EU4, where we continue our run as Burgundy, and we attempt to do some really amazing things, such as get an achievement, and fight wars with France, where we take all their money. Yeah, that war, I was really kind of hoping that England would stay in a little bit longer, but they maintain their possessions in basically Bordeaux and Labourd, which is Aquitaine. And they're fighting their civil war right now. And I am desperately trying to get them to remove me from the whole rival thing. Desperately. In the meantime, France, would we say France is having problems? I mean, quite possibly. I mean, we forced them to pay us a ton of money. We destroyed them in war. And quite frankly, we'll probably go back to war. You allied Aragon, are you stinking kidding me? Well, that is quite unfortunate. Because that gets in my way there. Everything does, but we're annexing Lorraine, which will give us some more territory. And like I said, the next big war against France will culminate with us doing some pretty lovely things to them. Like I said, unfortunately, yeah, sure, we'll take the papal influence. Let's spend those points. Got a 12% chance. When can we call this again? 1478. Got a few years. We can go back to war with these guys. I really would love to see. Unfortunately, I know who's going to join in. Although I think the combined armies of myself and the Pope probably can make something good happen. What does this army look like? Ugh, I don't like that army. That's okay though. That is okay. Golly bum. How are we doing? We're way behind Diplo time. Plague. Plague? What is this plague you speak of? But we're making money now, and that goes a ways. Definitely helps out. So we'll integrate Lorraine. And figure out where we go from there. Mission-wise. Mission-wise. Let's take a look at this. The succession crisis. So if we get that, then essentially that works out. We can secure succession. Interesting. So we do have the option to join the Empire. Yeah, you know, the Diplo power. That's not a big deal. Even though we're losing 2, so I say it's not a big deal. It's a big enough deal. But we can afford some advisors, and I definitely think that we need to pick up one here. Let's see, what could we get? Well, I do like this transfer subject because I know that we're going to go to war with France again before the Age of Reformation starts, and we could potentially do some pretty nasty things with that. That's a fairly good one. Like I said, we desperately need for England to figure out what the heck is going on with their civil war. I would prefer them to drop their rivalry with me. completely. However, I think it's kind of unknown, are they going to break to rebels or not? I really can't tell you that. Denmark is shellacking Scotland. What is this? Danish conquest of Sutherland. That war's over though. I'm not really sure what happened there. But the Danes did not get a hold of that. We desperately need to rebuild the army. And I think that's what we're going to go ahead and work on. But it's going to take years because our manpower got just absolutely devastated. I mean, going to take years. That war was brutal. And we also have a lot of things that we need to build. So, I mean, in hindsight, not the worst thing in the world, but... Alright, gents, join up. Join up indeed. Like I said, I'll be really curious to see if these rebels can do what they say they can do. Really wish you would unrival me. Go rival Scotland. You know you want to. We could have that alliance, which I'd actually take, but you know, that's just me. That is just me. Savoy. That's an inconvenient alliance for me. Ah, fascinating. Invest in a new idea. We should be very ahead of time, so... Army tradition from battles, that sounds good. I will be much happier when we get that one, but let's go ahead and focus on building a flat-out amazing army, because we need to do that. If we're going to beat France at some point, that's what we've got to do. Are they sieging down London? Yeah. I mean, from the looks of it, the rebels look like they're going to win. I mean, I could be totally off my rocker here, but that's what that looks like. You're at war with that? What? Yeah, sure. Y'all can all walk through. Go have a ball. Oh no, that's not good. That is really not good. Alright, so we are paying for an advisor, which helps us a little bit. By a little bit, I mean it really doesn't, but... Yeah, sure. Wait, did that say Prussia? No. It must have been something else. It's like there's no way Prussia formed. No possible way. So they did break to rebels. So Richard the York succeeds. I really wish he would. Now we'll take the prestige hit. Come on, England. We could be good friends. And yes, they picked a new rival, so there could be some hope here. They say that they're hostile towards us, but we're going to tell them that we actually want to be friendly. And just like that, that has flipped. So there is definitely some opportunity here. I would love to actually get a marriage with England now. That effectively means that once we annex Lorraine, some good things could come from that. Ghent? Really? Again? Ugh. Okay. Good gravy. Just get upset. England has too many diplomatic relations. Well, that's not going to last forever because Offaly at some point will lose that royal marriage. And when that happens, God help them all. Good work, boys. Good work. Alright, so we can build some stuff, and I think we want to continue to build these because that just is going to help our income rather greatly. Alright, so we're in the process of annexing these guys. I'm going to pick up the new recruits, and then we will monitor this. So they have a royal marriage with Portugal. They don't have an alliance anymore. Same with Offaly. We'll continue to... I don't want a royal marriage with you, my friend. No thank you. No offense, but I just don't. Not yet. Not yet. Once I join the Empire completely, but not yet. I would prefer to not be under a personal union. Is there a new pope? There's a new pope. Of course, Castile's the controller. Of course. Come on now. Offaly, how old is your king? He's 33. What a pity. Alright, Lorraine is going to get annexed. And I'm okay with that. Alright, so we get prestige bump from that. We can loop these guys in. I don't necessarily have a use for 3 cavalry, so we're going to get rid of one of them. And do that. So we now have that type of army. And in the meantime, we will build 3 more longbowmen and come down here and just, yeah, rebuild. That's what we're going to do. In the meantime, I do think that if we look at our subjects, their liberty desire is higher than what I would like it to be. So let's go ahead and actually do that. And hey, there we go. Alright, so stealing land from them is still not a good idea. Alright, so what can we do? Have a church or a cathedral. Manpower's at least 50%. Or have a marketplace in Artois. Well, let's take the proposal of the clergy. And we will... Come on, England. We can be friends. All you have to do is lose one of these, and we can be friends. Alright. So now we're just going to hang back and relax. Got that building built. We should be making more money, and we are no longer over the relationship limit. Yeah, in fact, we need to let this build back up because we need to go after France. desperately need to go after France. And we'll just monitor this because, like I said, I really would love to get the alliance with the English to fulfill said mission. Even though it does me no good. I mean, it helps with my improved relations, but that's just kind of how that's going to work out. Oh, wow. That would be nice. That would be rather nice. I want to build a church here. Something fierce. Alright, what's our governing capacity? That's probably a very fair question. We're coming up on it. Alright, so we lose 50 nope, or 10 legitimacy. We'll lose legitimacy. I'm quite frankly okay with that. War with you. 1481. Oh gosh, if we could get that. Pull England and Austria in. I just don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I really wish you would break your alliance with Amberg. But I don't know if you are. Do we have the favors with Austria? Yeah, we do now. Do we have the favors with the Pope? Oh, we definitely have the favors with the Pope. I really kind of like where this war could head. Would love to have England in on it. However, I don't know if that's going to happen. If somehow, by the grace of God, we could swing that, that would be really stinking nice. But we've also got to let our manpower recover. Oh, lovely. Well, let's go get rid of these guys. Because Lord knows they're not going to handle their rebels. Holy Toledo. And that's a pity. I'm a bit baffled as to why they can't control the rebels, but Cardinal across the border. Yeah, we'll just do that. As much as I'd love to have a Cardinal, not worth it. Kind of like I'd love to have a royal marriage with you, but I don't know if that's going to happen either. Alright, let's take a look at Austria. Austria has a personal union over Hungary, which, quite frankly, is good because, like I said, we're going to make France suffer. We've desperately probably need to fabricate a few more claims on France. Because I would like to take land from them. In fact, I'd like to take all of that. That would help solidify position. We can give land back to England. And if that were to work out, let me rephrase that. Unfortunately, someone's got to die. So truce with France has ended. That's great. Our manpower is still hot garbage. Yeah, Oh, come on. Come on, Mr. York. Got so many wonderful things we could do. Alright, we are still severely ahead of time. God, that morale of armies, though. Morale of armies would be nice. Alright, let's see. We cannot do that for another 3 years. Do we still have an agenda? Yeah, we do. I need to remember we have an agenda. In fact, since we're not going to train these guys, let's go ahead and get that done. I say train, since we're not going to drill them. Let's let that run for a bit because we are going to need to build that. And I would prefer not to fail that. In fact, I would prefer not to fail that so bad that we're actually going to build a church here. And then we will call in our friends. Alright, new idea time. There we go. Morale of armies looking rather beefy, and we have the Burgundian succession. So black news indeed, and let's slow this down. It is as we always feared, the Duke of Burgundy has passed from this life to the heavens, without producing an eligible male heir. With the Duke's unfortunate demise, Mary of Burgundy has ascended as the Duchess of Burgundy. However, with her claims relatively weak in the eyes of many noble lords and ladies, Burgundy is ripe for the taking by the ambitious King of France and the Emperor Regent of the Holy Roman Empire. Mary is a brave and intelligent woman, but if Burgundy is to survive this crisis without falling into conflict with one of the major powers, we have to marry into a prestigious royal family to seek the support and protection. Yada yada yada. So we can integrate into the French and become a junior partner of France. Don't like that. We can basically become a junior partner of Austria. Or we're going to remain Burgundian. Well, we're going to remain Burgundian. And let's see what happens. This is lovely. This is real lovely. They would take a royal marriage. They would take a royal marriage. It may be worth attempting to do that. How old is Mary? She is 33. They would take a royal marriage. I would love to luck out and get one with England. Well, who has joined me on this? Let's go ahead and be prepared to have a lovely fight. Alright, where's the Free Company? I know they're here. Let's go ahead and merc up. And then we're going to get the heck out of Dodge. And wait for the fun time. Wait for the fun times. Come on. Alright. Good deal. Let's go ahead and march up here. We are also fighting. We're just fighting France. Well, that is quite possibly the best news ever, because we're going to march straight for Paris. In fact, this actually works out fairly well, because we may be able to take land from France. What is this? This is basically a unification war. Oh yeah. This is not going to bode well for the French. I am quite happy about that, and I'm honestly happy about that too. Good gravy, we needed that tech. Well, that's a horrible event. Warriors definitely read books. Yeah, sure thing. You can totally have that. So they're building a church. Gracious alive. Hey, there we go. We now have Philip. And what is our house's name? Oh, sweet. So he'll continue to carry the Burgundian last name. This works well, boys. We take all this stuff, and it does not bode well for the French. Please tell me, y'all are just hanging out there? Well, that is unexpected. Good. We're surprised. Wow, we're still making money. Never would have guessed. Alright, so France is going to go siege down the Pope stuff. That is fine by me. If we can get Paris, this is going to turn into something amazing. Alright, we did get Paris. So, let's go ahead and just start moving down. I think if, like I said, if we can get a lot of this stuff taken care of, all will work out quite well, to tell you the truth. And they can siege that stuff down. The Hungarians are coming, so yay Hungarians. We want to try to avoid fighting this as much as we can, and we may be at time. In fact, we're going to cut this short, so next episode can be the culmination of the defense against France. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I know that I did, and hopefully we will resolve this stupid unification war and further break France. Y'all be good. I'll see you next time.